Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts about the 40k universe. I am your host Gershwin, and you are watching One Mind Syndicate. Today we continue talking about the Cold Trade as we get into the different organizations that make up the Cold Trade. Now, if you guys don't remember, the Cold Trade is basically Warhammer's equivalent to the black market. And like we told you last video, we found all this information in the wonderful website, the Warhammer 40k wiki. There's going to be a link down in the description below, so click on there if you guys want to learn more. They have way more information on this, so you don't have to wait for us to put out another video, because the wonderful thing about the wiki page is that the wiki page is a wonderful thing. Don't forget to make suggestions down below as to what other topics you guys want us to cover. Put suggestion followed by whatever your request is. With that said, let's get into 40 facts about the Cold Trade. To be part of the Cold Trade is to deal with some of the most powerful groups in the Expanse. Not the heated powers of raw military might, but more subtle powers generated by enormous wealth and networks of agents. There are organizations that traffic with the aliens on a regular basis, utilizing mysterious means and devices still hidden from the Imperium that perhaps even act on behalf of mankind's enemies. All are veiled in the motion and methods, and even most detailed Ordo Xenos reports on these organizations often contain only aliases and false information. However, although they are veiled in secrecy, these organizations are well aware of the players in the Cold Trade and events that may affect it. For the explorer looking to make their names and fortune in the Cold Trade, the question is perhaps not how to operate without their notice, but instead how to profit without their assistance. The Quintet contains some of the most powerful groups in the Cold Trade. They work jointly to ensure the smooth transaction of illicit Xenos goods for the profit of all, or at least themselves. First amongst the five is the Casabella Commission, with their well-known mission on footfall. This crime syndicate has tendrils across the Calyx and deep into the Expanse. Though there are often internal conflicts between the primary Casabella operations in the Druscan Marshes and the Casabella Commissions on footfall, over spheres of influence and profit titles, both sides realize that these can only benefit their enemies and seek to keep their disputes minimized or hidden from spying eyes. The mission, often represented by Vladium Tokara, one of its senior negotiators, stands ready to greet rogue traders new to the Expanse, and actively seeks exclusive Xeno artifact contracts, with Igarian crystalline relics, a particular specialty of theirs. Where negotiations fail, the mission is also ready with blackmail, threats, and worse, to aid negotiations. The self-styled Baron, Armun Devoras, leads the Casabella interest in the Quintet. He disguises a shrewd and calculating mind with bluster and boast. His goal is to ensure potential new challenges are cut out of lucrative opportunities before they become a threat to the Casabella and its profits. The Hecton Cartel is also part of the Quintet, and as the name suggests, operates mostly to the extreme rimward of the Expanse. Led by Barterman, Primus, Golton, Farnham, the cartel members trade on their name to suggest their association with this most deadly and mysterious area of Coronus. Though more localized than many of the other trading groups, they are growing in power and strength through the audacity of their deals. The traders who operate under their sigil are renowned for their extreme daring and quality of their extraordinary artifacts they recover. Little is spoken, though, of those who never return from the rifts, although the remaining captains raise a toast and flanks in their name each year. While they do not have a fixed base in the Expanse, the serrated quarry are widely respected for the breadth of their activities and operations, as well as the extensive network of spies feeding information to their controlling cells. If there are illegal thrones to be made, the quarry are probably already aware of it and demanding their slice of the action. They are also known for the extreme loyalty and ruthlessness of their agents, with their organizations acting more like religious cults at times. There is quite talk that this Quintet member might be more than they seem, but so far, these are only the casual suspicions of a sort of anyone in the Expanse might have. The archaeo-exhuminators of the Hive Celibus have forced a place for themselves in the Quintet, due to the power of their backers and the nobility of the Sibylus and other influential hive worlds. Well-educated, well-funded, and well-supplied with both manpower and weaponry, they range over both the Calyx sector and the Corynus expanse to uncover new treasures for their collector masters. While others may search for decades for lost civilizations, the archaeoexhuminators draw on vast data pools and voyage logbooks to make needle-like raids, often reclaiming artifacts before others are aware they have even found anything. They each jealously guard their personal contacts and rarely act in concert, the main reason they have not totally dominated the trade. The last current members of the quintet is the most overlooked one. The Mist Fleets are known for their skilled negotiators, and became a part of the Five due to their valuable service in that regard. Their flotilla operates secretly, with highly encrypted astropathic announcements of their next location sent to their clientele. It is an open secret that they have hundreds more vessels roaming the expanse and pushing beyond its nebulous boundaries for the new acquisitions. Once found, the large ships break from the fleet to oversee evacuations and protection, then return to arrange transfer to buyers. Captain Marcel Cantoli of the Minder is one of the more well-known trader captains and is frequently seen at footfall to represent the Mist Fleet. There are other organizations involved with the cold trade that are not part of the quintet. Some of these organizations operate more as buyers than sellers. The Ordinati Xenologist is a rogue cult of the Adeptus Mechanicus, which has an overwhelming commitment to the study of Xenos artifacts. Magos Nari Kimura has sequestered herself and her courtiers in a secretive station far in the clouds of Port Wander, where she deals with rogue traders on specific missions into the expanse on the Ornati's behalf, often with their agents sent to accompany them in their task. The Adeptus Mechanicus' presence within the Calyx sector typically ignores this group, but remains ready to act if their research or conclusions become too heretical. Another prominent organization is the Amaranth Ian Syndicate. Though mostly known for routine smuggling amidst their normal mercantile operations, it is gathering more and more inquisitorial attention due to the number of Xenos items found among seized contraband goods. That some of these artifacts defy identification is becoming very worrisome to the Ordo Xenos, and those who have dealt with the Syndicate are coming under increasing scrutiny. Though they have informally petitioned for association with the quintet, the other members remain uneasy. These are dark tales, and are only told when confidence is absolute, for those who speak too freely are usually never heard from again. These tell of horrific alien guises, massive biological contracts, and insidious agendas far beyond mere profit. Needless to say, the quintet is not eager to allow them to join. In the middle of these groups is the most improbable of powers. She is the Lady Belafont, Marquessate of the Albi Navis, and the invisible Veritas of Port Wander, the widow of rogue trader Ricard Pomfroy. She is extraordinarily wealthy. Her lavish asteroid estate near the port has huge galas for those of proper breeding or sufficient affluence. Here she sits like a spider in the center of the vast web of cold trade dealings, stretching across the Calyx as well as through the Maw and deep into the expanse, gathering information from lowly dregs as well as highborn nobility of Xenos findings, artifact desires, double crosses, and dealings. This information is bartered to the quintet amongst other groups, with some special data put aside for blackmail and extortion where necessary. What starts as a stimulating game to ease the boredom of her mourning period has become her passion, and she controls a vast trove of Xenos knowledge and confidential information, and most find her too useful to consider eliminating her. As the Expanse is not under the direct dominion of the Master of Mankind, the alien is allowed to roam without rightful challenge. Xenos fleets move through the Corynus Expanse, such as a massive Kroot warp sphere, or barbered Eldar Corsair raiders. Orc vessels leaving behind destroyed planets and drifting bloodstains in their wake as they travel from war to war. Strixus traders establish dealings across the Expanse, ready to deal with any who dare. All these and more act as sources of Xenos goods for the explorers canny or brave enough to deal with them. Such direct contact can lead to superlative deals, much can also lead to deadly battles should negotiations falter. Surrounding and watching these are the agents of the Inquisition, Adeptus Mechanicus, and other imperial agencies, duty-bound to protect mankind from the heresies of Xenos and others that they might seek to suppress or destroy. They do not seek cooperations with the aliens, for their time in the Xenos hybrids has revealed to them the true nature of their foe. But they also know that only selective actions will use their limited resources most efficiently. There will always be a cold trade in their eyes. The best any intelligent servant of the Emperor can do is work to limit it, and ensure it does not lead to catastrophic disaster for mankind. And those were 40 facts about the cold trade. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to learn more about the cold trade and everything that I talked about, the quintet, and just a bunch of other cool stuff in the Expanse, please jump on over to, well, the wiki page would be the second source. The first source I would have to say is the Dark Heresy books. Even if you don't want to play the game, but you just want to learn about the lore, you want to get more in-depth about, you know, Warhammer 40k, minus the huge armies that you can collect and their stories. Check out the Dark Heresy stuff, and then secondly, jump on over to the wiki page. It's the one website that I think has the most information on this topic. Link is going to be in the bottom, so jump on over there. And of course, guys, please suggest more topics down in the description below, or down in the comment section below. Don't forget to put suggestion followed by your request for the next topic of Warhammer 40k lore videos you guys would like to see. If you guys like this video, and if you guys want to see more Warhammer 40k lore videos, help us out. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you can, jump on over to Patreon and support us. It's a simple $1 a month, and with that $1, we give you 2 videos of lore every single day, and of course you get some extra stuff on the Patreon channel. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. This was Gersh1 with One Mind Syndicate, signing out.